Going great.
Mic down and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little sneak preview of what's been going on in the house while you guys have been waiting around. Of course, you did see, I think you actually may have seen myself playing Smash Brothers. Clearly, I'm not playing Smash Brothers right now. These are videos that were actually recorded yesterday as we were getting everything set up. I think you were also in there.
Yeah, I don't remember what I said, but I'm sure it was
Sure, it was very thoughtful.
sure it was something about chess.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
Speaking about strategic decision making, I love the practice that we ended up seeing Masa go through there. So we've been practicing very, very hard, getting that strategic decision making. And what better game to get that strategic decision making than through Hearthstone?
I agree. You really the beauty of Hearthstone there is you can just kind of have pizza in one hand, just say, get some brain food in there.
Let me consider my options here.
Yeah.
You know, do I go to the face or do I go for the face?
I mean, yeah, that's the question is, because the answer is always go to the face. At least when I play Hearthstone. Now, it's important this is important. You're going to want to build an all Murloc deck. And then you just roll your face on the keyboard, because you are going to face roll your opponents. You heard it here first.
That went over my head.
I don't play much Hearthstone.
I don't play any of that stuff.
I'm too busy playing StarCraft.
Yeah, man. That's the dream. That's the dream.
Yeah.
But all jokes aside, Masa clearly showing that he's feeling good. And you know what? Sometimes all you need to do is just make sure you're feeling comfortable.
Yeah. A little bit of, honestly, relaxation in an environment like this is way more important than, you know, making sure you're warmed up the night before an actual game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's actually so funny, though? Masa, for those who don't know, is sort of considered the king of Toronto. He sort of just rolls into tournaments and just cleans house and is like, I'll take my first prize and I'm going to head home. See you guys later. It's a little bit funny. And, you know, a lot of people, I think, and myself included, were thinking, okay, this Toronto tournament, Masa's going to come in over here. He's up against Neeb. He's up against Scarlet, Huck, all these, like, very, very scary, strong players. But that first game, I'm wondering if Masa's just like, yeah, this is just another tournament. Gonna come in over here, take some of this money. Yep, all right, gotta kill a couple of these other North Americans, and yeah, cool, walking out of here.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if Masa might be a robot who's programmed to win everything in Canada. And once he leaves the country, maybe not.
Yeah, that's
maybe
when
not
he
as
starts
strong.
to suffer.
Yeah, but inside of Canada, yeah, you're not taking anything from
It's like
him.
he's powered by the cold.
Yes, you know that might be the case. That snow along the bottom, that's kind of like his solar radiation if he's Superman.
That's a good metaphor.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't often seen a brown Korean Superman, but I would like to see that.
You know, actually, warmth is something that is what you have. So cold is the absence of warmth. So maybe we're thinking about it the wrong way. Maybe it's not that the cold empowers him. Maybe it's that heat
is his kryptonite.
Yeah, it's kryptonite.
Yeah. That's really difficult to deal with.
That's why, you know, the California office for the ESL, with all the WCS matches and everything, that's why he struggles with offline events.
Yeah,
found the real
absolutely.
reason.
Yep.
But, ladies and gentlemen, we're hopping into it. Our next match, we're talking about this Desro versus Puck. You can see Desro's getting in the groove. He's maybe feeling pretty good right now. He's ready and focused.
Yeah, he's jamming out. He's feeling great. Puck looking maybe a little bit more nervous. Very, very intent, very focused. And we are going to be seeing the game going into Dusk Towers once again. Looks like that might be the favored map for maybe standard play.
Absolutely. I know a lot of players like that, but of course, we are going to be jumping into the game and introducing the players as we spawn up here in the top right-hand corner of the map. Recently teamless, give it up for the Purple Protoss, Puck.
And spawning in the bottom left corner from the clan Nocturnal Gamers. He is actually murking for them, I believe. It is the Protoss player, Desro. Can the Panda take this one down?
You know, there was a bit of confusion yesterday talking about Desro. Does he actually like pandas? Or does he hate pandas?
Good question.
Because, you know, his logo might be a panda. He is called the Panda Toss, but where does he get those pandas from for his logos?
Ooh. Panda Express?
Panda Express. Panda Express.
That's where I get my pandas. hop on down to Panda Express. You can pick up your pandas in a jiffy.
Do they have Panda Express in Canada?
I don't actually believe that we do.
That is a shame.
It actually really is. We are actually seeing both players going for
Gateway
a
Nexus.
Gate Nexus. Yeah.
This is definitely a build that you can do on a map like Dust Towers if you are not concerned about a lot of heavy adept pressure. Cybernetic Score definitely is not super late, and we will be seeing where these builds go pretty soon. Mainly around, ooh.
Puck actually going for that assimilator steal against Desro. That's
Oh,
frustrating.
yeah, that is not Desro's gas geyser. That is a good point.
Meanwhile, Puck actually blocking the block from Desro. Oh, little moral victory coming in right there, I'd say.
Yeah, and again, we were talking about this. Desro is one of those players that it's not so much about the big mental defeat as we would say like Puck experiences if he ends up losing a game or not doing so well and he feels it for the rest of the day. But it's the early game pressure that when these kinds of small things, these very small things, start getting in a Desro set, that's where he starts suffering. And that's where he starts playing a little bit worse.
Yes. I think, meanwhile, we might see Puck. Oh, no, he wasn't doing it. Is he stolen any gas from that assimilator?
I don't think so. You know, how much gas can you really steal from that?
You can actually, once you've stolen an assimilator, you can pop back between minerals and gas and steal until the probe is killed. You can keep stealing money because every time you get it, it overrides. So if you're carrying Vespene gas, that gets knocked out of the hand for the minerals, and the minerals get knocked out of your hand for gas. So you could keep going back and forth.
I think with all of that APM, you could probably steal enough gas for one adept.
That would be pretty awesome. Just prevent that gas for the late game. It's a little APM intensive, so maybe you want to focus on something else. We do see a bit of an adept duel in the middle of the map. Puck maybe getting nice juke coming out from Puck.
Ooh,
Desro
okay.
actually with 2 adepts though.
This is kind of interesting. So Puck has forced this adept all the way back home over here for Desro, but Puck he's going to try and do his best to keep this adept alive as long as possible, but in all honesty, it should be dying, maybe killing off 1 worker or 2, but really it's also just the idea that he's keeping Desro all the way at home while he himself is getting up his own gateways. He's gone for a stalker, and Puck is going to go relatively uninterfered with. Desro, I think, finally realizing this, he cleans up that adept and is immediately sending his adepts across the map.
Yeah, going for 3 adepts early, you want to get some damage done, but it was actually Puck getting the scout and a probe kill. We are going to be seeing several gateways going down. Looks like it's, is that 5 gateways for Puck now? That's quite a few.
Yeah, and also has a Twilight Council, so maybe going to be looking to go into Resonating Glaives or Blink Stalkers. He does have a Stalker out, but Adept's going to meet over here and say, oh, wait a second, we can't actually go through this wall in because Adept can't blink. But, of course, I want to note behind this, Desro has thrown down that Stargate. Is Chronoboosting that Stargate, but it does not have any units coming out right now. He already has the Oracle out on the map and is trying to get some damage done in that main base.
Meanwhile, Puck still has that assimilator inside of Desro's base.
Oh my god.
Desro actually going for the 3rd Nexus. Oh wow, this is interesting. I kind of like this from Desro. Going to be focusing down that pylon, allow his adepts to shade through.
This is a cute little play over here, and of course there are a couple stalkers sitting over at that natural expansion, ready to pick off these adepts. Pros being pulled.
Around.
Citizens arrest happening over here, and it looks like a couple of workers are going to go down. Desro managed to get 5 worker kills so far, but oh man. I want to note still that assimilator is still alive inside of Desro's base. In fact, does that assimilator see anything?
I hope it does. Oh, he sees
some of the
gateways
being thrown down.
Oh, that's very interesting.
But Puck doesn't actually... Oh, okay, until just recently it looks like there is a probe from Puck sitting inside the 3rd expansion. I was going to say, Puck didn't really have a lot of information about whether the 3rd expansion went down for Desro, because it did go down very, very early on, but only now is it starting to get those probes transferred to it.
You know what I would actually love to do, and would be something that maybe... I don't think we'd ever see it from a player like Desro, but maybe Haas or something would do this.
What?
You just decide, you know what? He's seen these gateways, cancel the gateways, throw down 2 more Stargates, and just go mass Void Red. That would be Peely Peely style right there.
Now you're thinking like Protoss.
Yeah, now you're thinking with portals. We do see Puck actually going for, this is kind of an all-in from him. He's really cutting workers, getting a lot of gateways and Blink Stalkers, and Desro with those 2 Immortals, he might actually be in a good position to hold, but I don't... Oh, is that an Artosis pylon powering those gateways? Wow, that is a heck of an Artosis pylon.
Yeah, powering the Stargate, powering a couple of gateways, warp
Robo.
gates. Yeah, but the Blink Stalkers are coming on in. I'm not sure that they're going to be going straight to the main base. There's the Warp Prism over there to give some high ground vision, but he's actually having a little bit of trouble setting up, and oh my god, we might end up seeing it. And we already
Desro far out of position.
Oh.
The force field comes down, blocks him out of the main.
Not a single unit coming through it, and Puck he doesn't even care about that. Okay, he does care about the Artosis Pylon.
Oh, man. Oh, even getting the Mothership Core before it can cast Pylon Overcharge. This might actually be checkmate right off the bat, pulling probes off the line.
Desro was playing so well, it seemed, for a lot of this game, but Puck has his number with that singular move. Stalker is going to be able to take out so many of these workers. We're already sitting down to 20-ish workers versus 45. Puck has already done game-ending damage, and honestly, at the end of the day, if he for some reason runs out of force fields, he can blink out of here, and he'll be totally okay with the damage he's done.
Put those sentries in the Warp Prism, you're gone. Oh, it does actually miss the force field, but actually this is okay. Letting up 3 Stalkers and an Immortal, that's actually really good for Puck. Is going to take down all of those. Ooh, nice, even picking up the sentry, and we see the GG called from Desro.
Puck taking the game and taking his best of 1 versus Desro. There's not going to be any upset over here today. Steadfast. Goliath did in fact just stomp. He just stomped over him.
Yeah. David was like, I have my stones and sling. And Goliath was like, I have foot.
I have force fields.
Yeah. And he just stomped his giant foot force field on that ramp. And there was no coming up there again.
Yeah, it was the hand holding Desro back in front of him
as he's
and just stomping all over. It's like his sandcastle getting destroyed.
Yeah, that was, wow, that was...
That's what David and Goliath was about, right? It was about protecting a sandcastle.
I think so.
I think so.
I've read the Odyssey.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's about.
I know it's a story.
Yeah.
That's about my extent.
You know what? I gotta tell you, I need a cigarette after that game because that was that was sexy as all get out.
That was pretty dirty, man.
Yeah, that was. If we go online and we look at the big book of Protoss
Protoss BS,
we would find that on page 1 through 15.
Oh boy.
You got Blink Stalkers, you got that Sentry. Here we see that nice Citizen's Arrest coming out from Puck.
Now Desert did do, I would say, actually a pretty decent amount of damage over here, but again, that Blink Stalker into the main base, the Sentries unload. It's just being out of position a little bit for just a split second. And you have to remember, it's because a lot of the fact due to the fact that Desert went for that really, really early 3rd expansion. That makes it so much harder to defend.
Yes, it really does. And it was nice play from Puck because he actually baited. He was being aggressive at the front and actually baited Desro forward. And Desro said, "Oh, you just blinked all your Stalkers back. They're on cooldown." He tried to go down the ramp, but the cooldown wasn't long enough. It bought Puck enough time to run his army, blink into the main, and get those sentries down for that force field. Just really textbook play. I've played Puck before, and he did this exact style to me in PvZ. And
that's a matchup you traditionally see this kind of play in.
Yes, but Puck saying, you know what? I don't care. I'm